Welcome back to the Robinson Replay. We have another special guest today, Drew Rodkey. What's up, Drew?
How we doing, everybody?
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to give my takes today.
Oh, yeah. Always need some young new blood in here.
What can I say? I am here.
He's got the Chicago Bears on right now.
He's representing.
I represent against the Robinsons. I know they're a big Browns fan, so I know we got a little rivalry going on this
week. We are
week.
ready for you this weekend.
Mr. Shadur. Yeah.
Perfect week to have Drew on the pod to break down this game.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
This was not planned, folks. This is sort of happened.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It just happens that way.
It was perfect timing.
Got that right, yep.
Heck yeah. Well, first off, we got some NBA here. The standings of the West and the East currently in the league, where we're sitting at. Crazy seeing the Pistons on top of that East there. Oh my gosh, that's the first thing that stands out to me. It's nuts. Have you been keeping up with the NBA this year, Drew? And anything stand out to you this year?
Yeah, so I watched the NBA here and there. I'll let everyone know that I'm sadly a Clippers fan. It's kind of hard for me to watch the NBA as of recent. I know we kind of did Chris Paul dirty with letting him go, and the organization just needs to restart. I know the Thunder have all of our draft picks for the next 20 years, so kind of giving up on them. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that sucks. 6-18 right now.
Right now, the NBA Cup is going on. Last night, Orlando and the Knicks won. Knicks look very good. And tonight, it's OKC against the Suns. And later on, it's the Lakers and the Spurs to see who goes to the final. So, obviously, the Knicks and the Orlando will go against each other. And then probably going to be OKC. And I'm going to assume probably the Lakers, maybe. But OKC is just, they're just smoking hot. I mean, look at they're 23-1. I mean, they're untouchable right now, and the way they move the ball, top notch. So, yeah, it's still OKC and everybody else as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're going for the Warriors record there, huh?
Yeah, they look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see who stops them, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either. Like freaking synchronized swimming out there with that ball. There's this la dunk.
Yeah,
it's done.
Maybe LA, the Lakers.
Yeah,
not the LA Clippers.
The problem is the Lakers. They're with the Lakers. You know, LeBron's just out there. He's just a assist man. Gets a couple rebounds and assist man. Heck, the one, he broke his streak of getting 10-point games.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
They had to force feed him to get one of his 10-point games before he didn't get the 10-point game. So yeah, his reign of supremeness is pretty much done. He's just a facilitator out there. And he said his best year was the 2017-2018 when he basically said he could do whatever he wanted, when he wanted, anytime. That was his best year in his career, he said the other day.
I believe it, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I saw that. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong. He swept everybody in that playoff series. He was hitting game winners back-to-back all the time in that season. He was dominant force, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but now, even though he's not maybe as physically dominant as maybe he used to be, but I mean his basketball IQ is still is every single year has gotten better. So that's the thing, like you said, Dad, with him being a facilitator, the passes he's making and the court vision. And I saw he read the play on the out of bounds play. It was last night or 2 nights ago to steal the ball to solidify the game winner for them.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're just not going to get points. You get everything else but the points from them. And, they just got Doncic to score, and they still need some more scorers out there.
I mean, yeah, going back to LeBron, I know he's kind of getting older and he's not really producing as much. I did see that recently he had a vintage game against Philly. He put up, I think it was 29 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Him and Luka were running the court that night. So we got some vintage LeBron out there.
Yeah.
Not quite done yet.
Yeah, I think he's going to have one of those every 6 games if he's lucky.
Probably.
So, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, obviously, he's going to be on a maintenance kind of schedule.
Oh,
like some of these other guys that are, taking rests every other day. By the way, the Cavs had a players-only meeting. They showed all this film about how they're stinking, and they were mad at themselves and blah, blah, blah. We'll see,
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, the Cavs they're just, look at that. They're 14-11, 8th place. Ugh.
Yeah. Are you guys fully healthy? Are you guys missing anybody currently?
Well, what's his name is still out, the 3-point shooter. Gosh, I can't
Garland?
remember. Who? No, Garland's playing. But Garland plays like 2 games and he's off a game, 2 games off a game. So they're not 100%. Allen's been out the last 3 or 4 games with a finger.
Mm-hmm.
But they're okay. I mean, they're not going to, at this rate, they're not doing much. But the Celtics, I'll tell you what, the Celtics have shot up.
Wow, yeah.
They have shot up. They were near the bottom down by the Pacers there at the beginning, and they're all the way up to third now. They've been red hot lately.
Yeah.
That little white dude, what's his name? Pritchard. He can stroke it, man. Yeah, kid. He's a good. He reminds me of that Brendan Smith from Purdue. Reminds me a lot of him. Facilitator, passes the ball, shoots the ball great. I tell you, that kid from Purdue is exciting. He's really, really good point guard. Really good point guard.
I figured out who I was trying to say. He doesn't play for the Lakers. He plays for the Warriors. That's
the Warriors. I was gonna say. I knew you talked about
Pat Spencer.
Oh, okay.
This crazy story. I think back in 2019, he was like a 5-star lacrosse player and was the number 1 overall pick in the PLL or whatever it's called. And now he's stroking it on the Warriors.
Yeah, he's doing great.
So what an athlete. That's
never heard of him.
No, he's definitely facilitating for the Warriors. I saw like a stat. It was like, would you rather have his contract? I think it's like $600,000 for the year, or like Kyle Kuzma, and it's like worth 23 Pat Spencer's on the team. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
He's doing good.
At this point, though, it doesn't matter how much you make. If you produce, you produce. You got to play them.
100%.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that is it for NBA. Now, this is last week, the 4 games we picked for the championship series last week here. So we got Texas Tech winning, Georgia winning, Duke winning, Indiana winning. Dad and I were both 2-2 in this right here. I picked Alabama to win. They didn't win. And I also picked Virginia to win, and they didn't win.
Yes, I lost on Virginia and Ohio State. By the way, did you see that guy in the celebration for Indiana defensive lineman? I forget his last name, but he's really good. He is out for the college football playoffs. He was giving high fives, jumping up and giving high fives to everybody after the celebration, to all the fans. He jumped up one time and he screwed up his knee. I don't know if he tore his ACL or what he did, but he's out now for the year. Unbelievable. Just giving high fives to freaking fans. You just never know. You got to be careful with everything, every little thing you do, because you never know that
sucks.
It's just a freak accident. Now he's out for the whole thing. Sad.
Wow.
But yeah. And the Dukies came back. They won an OT against Virginia. They really looked pretty good. Obviously, they were at 8-5 overall for the year. You know, doesn't deserve no bowl game or no college football playoff bowl game. And
Georgia
Texas
was dominant.
Good.
Georgia was dominant over Alabama pretty much the whole game.
Texas Tech looked really good against BYU. BYU had a ton of turnovers,
and of course the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they played not to lose. They freaking missed kicks, went for it on going for it on 4th down. They just, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't. Points were at a premium. When they have a chance to get field goals, you got to take them. And the funny thing is, that the Buckeyes lost last year to Michigan 13-10. It was the same kind of thing. Guy misses a field goal at the end to tie. Same thing with the other way with this game. Kicked a field goal, missed it. Just the same. It was the same kind of flow. Playing not to lose, just sort of going through the motions. Don't want to make a mistake. And sure enough, they did the same thing as they did against Michigan last year. I'm just hoping it turns out to be the same ending as Ohio State wins the national championship.
You gotta get that chip now.
Yeah, I don't know. Chip. We'll see here. But first, here we have the Heisman coming up here. Obviously, we got the 4 finalists: Love, Mendoza, Pavia, and Sayan here. Drew, what do you think about this Heisman finalist series here, and who do you think is going to win?
See, just my hot take. I think this year's Heisman finalist is kind of weak compared to all the previous years.
I agree.
Nothing crazy, like nothing's like really eye-grabbing over here. I'll just compare Jeremiah Love to Ashton Genty last year, just nowhere near close as the production. He didn't even win it. It was still Travis Hunter that won it. But I mean, if I had to take a pick out of the four, I would probably go with Fernando because I mean he came in, beat Ohio State, the number one team, and they've been looking good this year. There's some underdogs.
Yeah,
that'd be my take for this year.
Who do you think,
like
Dad?
you said, this is such a lackluster group here. Nobody to me is like earth shattering.
No.
But you always got to think, if you take out one of those players off the team, is that team going to be totally terrible? I think if you take Love off the team, I think Notre Dame's going to back up that do just about as good or the same as he is. Fernando, I'll tell you what, when he went down with that injury in that first hit, he got that wallop to him. I thought, oh my goodness, this could be really interesting. But he came back in after a play. I just am not 100% sold on him. Now, I think that the Vanderbilt kid, I think that he just has the it factor. I would pick him probably over everybody just because he has got the it factor. And I think that his team would suffer terribly if he's not playing. I think he's not going to win, but I would be my pick. But I would go with Mendoza just because he beat Sayin last week. And you know, it was the battle of the Heisman, yada yada yada. So I would go with Mendoza.
Yeah, with Fernando beating Sayin, I mean, I think it pretty much just eliminates Sayin from this conversation altogether here, and just the story of Indiana right now has just captivated everything, and I think the voters will take that more into consideration too. I mean, Vanderbilt and Notre Dame are not even in the playoffs, and so you know it's a little bit harder to then justify like how good can you take your team. I mean, I know Travis Hunter wasn't in like the was Colorado in the playoffs last year?
No.
No? Yeah, no. Yeah, but still, I don't know. I think Mendoza will win it because he's led Indiana there, and even though the stat lines are not anything out of this world, it's still within comparison to the other quarterbacks here, and then at the same time leading our team to a 13-0 season, the first time in Indiana history. I mean,
yeah,
that's all you got to say right there. I mean, come on.
It's sort of funny too how they're all basically right in one section of the country. Ohio, two Indiana, and a Tennessee. They're all like make a little triangle there kind of thing. That they're right next to each other. Usually that doesn't happen like that either, usually.
No, that is crazy.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Drew.
I was just gonna say, like, going off of Fernando, like, and you talk about his stats, it's crazy looking at his stats and you compare him to other Heisman like finalists. Like, you go off Jaden Daniels, he had like 5,000 yards all purpose the year he won Heisman, and Fernando's barely, I think he's just under 3,000 yards total. And then you had like, Caleb Williams who had about 4,500 yards. So, like I was saying, just this Heisman finalist this year is just
it's weak.
Not what we're used to for sure. So
yeah, but 3 of those will be gone next year. 1 will be back. Yeah. That's Sayin. So Sayin right now probably is the front runner for next year.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know, obviously you still have Smith back next year. He'll lose Tate, and but I mean, I think their offense will be still good next year. So I think he'll be the front runner going in. That's the problem too when you got 2 really good studs. Like next year Smith and Tate, or Smith and Sayin, you're gonna divide the votes then. So it's sort of not always great to have 2 superstars on your team, because then people don't know how to vote for, and then that could actually hurt them down the road for the Heisman. But I think they just want to win. I don't think they really care. I mean, obviously they'd love to win that, but I think they just want to win the championship.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, speaking of the championship, here we have the official college football playoff bracket here. The 12 team seeds, of course, 4 teams with the bye here. Initial reactions on the bracket itself, Drew, what do you think?
So, I mean, you look at those teams, James Madison and Tulane, right? And I was actually talking to some people at work about this. Like, how do you put those type of teams into the playoffs? But then I guess I had they were talking about, well, if you don't put teams like that in the playoffs, then what are they playing for at the end of the day? If they don't have a shot at the playoffs, then like why are they even playing football? You know what I mean? So I guess it does make sense to put teams like James Madison, Tulane into the playoffs so they have something to play for. But it sucks for teams like Notre Dame or people that just missed out on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely. This is my take on this real quick. So the problem is, I don't think James Madison and Tulane should be in there, period. They have zero shot of winning this. I'm going to tell you right now, zero. I don't even know what the book is. The book is probably plus 100 million. But anyways, they have no shot at all. I'm telling you right now. And you're taking away from like a Notre Dame, a Texas, a Vandy. Notre Dame and Texas, I know Texas lost 3 times, but those 2 teams actually have a shot to win. And if you have a shot to win, you got to get them in. So it's just, I just don't think that James Madison and Tulane should be in. I understand you're playing for something, but I'm telling you, down the road here, all these little colleges, they're going to be non-existent because they ain't going to have the money for it because it's a money deal. And they're just going to go with the teams that have the money and the big conferences, especially when it comes to this college football. So, next year, what are they going to try to do? Go to 16 teams? Or whatever they want to just keep increasing, and you can only increase it so much because you can only play so many more games. I mean, they're almost playing an NFL schedule as it is. So I mean, obviously Notre Dame, they got dogged a little bit, but guess what? You should have beat Miami. If you would have beat Miami, then it would be in the story. You'd be in. Or and how funny is that? Miami plays Texas A&M, and they lost to both of those teams. That's hilarious to me. It's like even a more pie in the face as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The 2 teams you lost to, well, guess what? They're going to play against each other. Yeah, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. But my take is Notre Dame got a little dog, but they should have took care of the business.
I think they just got to join a conference at the end of the day. I think that'll help them.
Yeah, people are pissed about that too. Yeah, I agree. But, and then, of course, they started the domino effect of, oh, well, we didn't get in there, so we're not going to go to any bowl game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're whining about that. And then a couple other teams now, some have done it because of coaches. A lot of coaches have left and everything, so that some of them aren't doing it for that. Some are just saying it's just not worth it or blah, blah. But, as far as I'm concerned, it's like the kids that are doing the bowl games that are just regular bowl games now that don't really mean as much. You're doing it for the seniors' last time to play. Obviously, the ones that are going pro, they're probably not going to play. I get that part. But for the ones that are seniors or juniors that are, this is it, let them play. Let them get a little, headphones, free headphones, and a trip to, Orlando or wherever they're going kind of thing, and just have some fun. I don't know. But, I mean, they put in 4 years of hard work. Why not give them one more chance?
Yeah, I think with all of this that we're going to see lots of changes over the next few years in the whole college football sphere, not just the playoff and how it's set up, but the actual schedule of the season itself, and with the problems that are coming up now, and it's all because of NIL at the end of the day. Just
it's a domino effect.
It's all rooted in that, but then the coaches as well. I mean, this Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss when they're in the playoffs as a number 6 seed. Somebody at the committee or whoever is scheduling in charge of scheduling this and setting up the season in this way has to look at this and say, no, coaches should not be able to do this
until the season is done.
Until the season is over, and then also the transfer portal as well. Now opens up in January
2nd.
And they're still going to be playing in the playoffs during that time. So the schedule needs to be changed. I don't also believe JMU or Tulane should be on this playoff bracket whatsoever. I think you need to get rid of the championship games altogether as a true signifier. And you have to go with the 12 best teams at the end of the day and not punish the teams for, say, losing in their championship game. Possibly even like the top 25 teams, if you're not in a championship game in your conference, then you have to play another one of the top 25 teams to prove yourself to to get your spot or something like that. I don't know. And that
didn't affect Alabama and Ohio State, though.
Yeah.
They played their conference championships, both lost. Now, BYU lost their conference championship, but they just, nah. Alabama, I didn't think Alabama deserved to be in. I really didn't.
I don't either.
I thought Notre Dame should have took that spot. I didn't think that Alabama should have been in after that. But like you said, you don't want to punish them for doing the conference championship. Everybody else sitting at home, having themselves a little drink, watching the TV, and these guys are out playing. and so you're going to punish them while the other guys are at home sitting do nothing.
Yeah.
But like Drew said, that's why if Notre Dame was in a conference, they'd be playing for something, and it would mean a little more, and then you have a little more clout with it. When you're standing there all by yourself, you just obviously Notre Dame has their own legacy, but I'm just saying it would help if they were in a conference so they could figure this stuff out a little better, I think. But next year, by the way, they put a provision in. If they are in the top 12, they will automatically get a bid next year, no matter what. If they're in the same situation they are this year, some language in the contract saying they're allowed to get in. It doesn't make any sense, but yeah. So
interesting. Well, we won't be picking the next week's games quite yet. We'll wait till next week here. Let's give a who we think is going to be crowned the championship in this playoffs for each of us and why here. What do you think, Drew?
It's kind of tough. I mean, you got a lot of pretty good teams. I like Texas Tech. I think they're a big sleeper here. I could see them going to the finals, and I could see them. I don't really see anybody stopping Ohio State on that right side, if I'm being honest. So I
like your honesty.
I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep 100%, and I don't see anybody stopping Ohio State on that right side. The only people that are stopping Ohio State is themselves. So I got Texas Tech, probably Ohio State in my final. That's who I'm gonna take.
Okay.
With Ohio State winning it, probably.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dad?
He's got his answer right there.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Going Ohio. First of all, I think, Texas Tech is going to give Indiana some problems. They're going to give Oregon some problems. So that other side, I don't really care. I think anybody that gets to the finals, Ohio State can beat them. Georgia is my biggest worry over here on this side. I think Georgia is obviously it's Georgia. They're really good. They're the only ones I worry about on this side of the bracket. So I'm gonna go Ohio State though.
Yeah, honestly, I think this championship game will be the rematch of the Big Ten championship. It'll be Indiana and Ohio State, and truly, I mean, with the Indiana winning first, Ohio State will I think capitalize. I hate to say it, and win the championship.
I love it. Come on, Michigan fans, I love it. Say more. No, you probably just jinxed them. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
No, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, they have a chip on their shoulder. They lost to Indiana. If they see them in the championship game, I mean, there's no way as a team that you can, walk out of there with another loss against Indiana to lose it all. And so I think there's just a lot of motivation there if they can both make it there. Ohio State is, I think, probably the best team in the league talent wise, and so I think they should win. There are Vegas wise. What are the odds to win it all? Who's the top? Is it Indiana or Ohio State? Do you know?
No,
Dad?
I have not looked. I
never
looked at it.
No,
I had never looked. I'm not sure. I don't want to say because I didn't look.
Yeah, because I was almost thinking, I don't know, maybe Ohio State's higher probability to win it all than Indiana potentially. But I don't know.
I'm sure they're right up neck and neck.
Actually, right now it says Ohio State's favored plus 200, and they got Indiana at plus 300.
There you go.
Okay.
So, and then Georgia plus 600.
Yeah, well, basically the teams that we talked about. Yeah,
it's a big swing from.
I was gonna say, Mark, I think Georgia's they're also a scary team to look out for.
Definitely.
That is some college football playoff. Well, we do have America's game here.
Yes.
We have the Army versus the Navy.
What about the Air Force? Where are they at?
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found here.
No. Okay.
I believe this is in Baltimore here. The Navy is favored by 6 points in this game. What do you think? Who do you think is going to win this one, Drew?
You got Army and Navy. I mean, it's both. They're teams that they're good, but they're nothing like crazy college football teams. I'll probably go with what they're saying. I'll go with Navy. And one thing that's always blows my mind about these types of games, like the military games, is like their linemen, they have to maintain a fitness standard because they're also in the military, so they can't get like really big and bulky. Like their linemen aren't like other college football linemen. So
yeah, they don't get the big.
Smaller.
They don't get the big bellies.
Yeah,
and all
no,
that
they can't
stuff.
do that.
They don't eat everything under the sun.
That's funny. I didn't even think of it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to maintain physical fitness standards, so they can't get like super big, and they don't have big linemen to like protect their quarterback.
They get big, but they don't get like big.
Yeah.
Like
massive. Yeah.
But like, would you say then that's a disadvantage over other teams who can have
100%.
like, you know,
weight, because it's all weight, a lot of weight factors there, especially in the line.
Pancaked on the line.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, I will go with the ship on this one. I'm going to take the midshipman, and I'm going to take Navy. I think Navy is going to cover the points too. I'd say Navy to win this game -6.
Yeah, Army this season is 6-5, whereas Navy is 9-2. It's pretty great season for Navy, favored by 6 points. That's obviously why right there. They have a senior quarterback, Blake Horvath. He's from Hilliard, Ohio, actually.
Nice.
Ohio boy. And he's thrown for 1,390 passing yards,
1,000.
But he has 9 passing touchdowns, and then he has 1,040 rushing yards, and he has 14 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, sounds like the man.
Lamar Jackson over here.
That's the way these games usually are. That they had that stud quarterback that really could do it all, and in their competition level. And I always like watching that game.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that does that for college football. Now, last week, week 14, Dad and Ian had a bit of a dud here. I did pretty good. I was 9-5.
Terrible.
Dad and Ian was both 6-8.
Yes.
Come on, Ian.
Not good.
Nope.
No mas. Started off all bad with the Cowboys against the Lions and went downhill from there.
Wow.
Yeah. How about the Buccaneers losing to the Saints?
That was crazy.
That was a huge one. And then the Commanders got blown out, and freaking what's his name? Quarterback got knocked out again. He's already out for this week.
Daniels,
yeah, he got knocked out again last week, and now he's out this week already. They've already said he's out. And if I'm Washington, I wouldn't play him the rest of the year. I'd let him.
I would mention him.
I mean, they're already out of contention. Everything else, you're playing for nothing. Just let the guy sit and heal.
Put Mariota out there.
Recalibrate for next year, because you can't afford this guy getting hurt every year, and then it's just going to ruin your team. But
I agree.
Yeah.
And then my Colts, Danny Jones there, he's done for the year too. That as soon as he went out, I knew that game was over.
We got Phillip Rivers on the squad.
And now we got Philly coming out of retirement.
Phillip Rivers,
unbelievable. He's going to be the first grandpa to throw touchdowns and for yards here.
Is he really?
That's crazy.
I think he's the first. Well, if not,
I know he's a grandpa. Yeah, it's got to be.
He's one of the very few. He's got like, I don't know how many kids he's got. He's got like 10 kids.
He's got 10 kids.
Yeah, he's got a lot of kids.
He's got a lot.
He needs the money, obviously. I'm sure, for all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see what happens with him. My play of the week will be 200 yards and 2 touchdowns from Mr. Phillip Rivers.
Oh wow, that's bold right there. Yeah, I mean,
take that one.
Yeah, it's so funny because he hadn't played since COVID, right? And so he was up for contention for Hall of Fame this year.
Yes.
And so now, since he's coming back, now he has to wait another 4 or 5 years or whatever it is.
If they has to wait full another 5.
I don't know. I mean,
I hope
he's coming back to play.
I know, but still, that stinks. He might be in a wheelchair by then. Oh well.
That's funny though. Good for
yeah.
Phil.
We're gonna turn this around this week. Let's go.
Yeah, we got a full slate of NFL Week 15. No buys, no more buys.
We're done with that crap.
Yeah, we're in the fantasy football playoffs as well. A lot of people paying attention to the games this week and their teams getting everything right. And we are starting off with the Thursday night game. We have the Falcons at the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are the favorite by 4.5 points in this one at Raymond James Stadium there in Tampa. So what do you think, Drew?
Well, I think Tampa Bay's got a little chip on their shoulder. They haven't been playing too good, and they're trying to fight for a playoff spot. The Atlanta Falcons, it is a Penix out for the season. Yeah, so you got Big Kirko over there. starting as a quarterback. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay in that one for sure.
I am going with Tampa Bay. For sure. They got to bounce back. Last week was a disgrace to lose to New Orleans at home. Lose to New Orleans at home. I mean, that's just ridiculous. My boy, is coming back. Evans will be back this game.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking him off the IR. So that's huge. I mean, this will be the first time in a long time they've had a full core of receivers. So I am definitely taking Tampa.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa as well. I think the line should be bigger in this one, 4.5 points. I think Buccaneers can cover this one, and they beat the Falcons there. Nothing much more to say.
Yeah.
Next here is the game that we've been waiting for. It's the Cleveland Browns at the Chicago Bears. Soldier Field here. It's going to be 20 below, and the Bears are the favorites by a touchdown and a half. So what do you think? What do you think about your Bears?
Under over on that one?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Take the under.
Yeah. So like Mark said, I would definitely take the under. It's going to be like -5 degrees with wind chills that game. So expect a lot of running. If you're a betting man this weekend, I'd bet on those running backs, get some runs in. But yeah, you guys' defense scares me.
They didn't scare me last week. They give up gouges of big, huge yards, which is totally unlike them. They got gouged last week badly.
The over-under is 39.
Wow.
I think last week's Browns, Tennessee was 36.5. So, I mean, 39, that's, I don't know. I mean, if it's that cold, I don't know. We'll see. They say the cold is, when it gets in your bones, you're done. And then you get brittle fingers and you can't catch the ball. So we'll see.
Yeah, is Caleb going to throw in this? What do you think?
Plus, Odunze's out, right? Or no?
So Odunze was out last week. He should be back this week.
Oh, he should be back.
So
okay.
We should have all wide receivers, but.
So you're taking the Browns, Drew? Is that what you said?
No, I'm gonna take the Bears. Taking the Bears here.
Come on!
I gotta take the Bears. Come on, this is a must-win game for us. We're in contention for the NFC North. So
you need it. Yeah, you got the Packers breathing down your neck, and if the Lions pull one out this week, you could really be.
Yeah. It's rough. This is a must-win for us. So I think we got enough fire under us that.
So that's why I'm gonna take the Bears to win.
Okay.
I'm taking the
Bears
Bears.
Action.
The Browns. I mean, listen, this is going to be my rant. When you start doing more stupid things to affect your team to make them lose, you have no chance. The Browns are down 14. They score a touchdown. What do? Let's go for 2. Okay, we go for 2. We don't get it. Next time, of course, then you have to go for 2 because you want to tie it. So Shador's on fire. He's marching him down the field. And he's doing great. All right, throws a touchdown. Great. He's got 4 total touchdowns, 3 passing, 1 rushing. Okay, 2-point conversion. Let's take him out of the game. Let's do a stupid trick play that we haven't done at all. Let's do that one. We haven't done it since training camp. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that training camp full. And now look at, they lose by 2. Kick the extra point and keep the hot Shador out there. Keep him going. Keep him cooking. Feed him. And what do? Boom. Anyways, that's my rant for this show. I'm taking the Bears. Matter of fact, I'm taking anybody that plays the Browns the rest of the year. I can't trust them.
Smart pick.
In advance right here. But, I mean, honestly, I wasn't as mad as a lot of people online about Shador going out on that 2-point conversion because if Quinshon, if that play would have worked, then nobody would have said anything, right?
I would have. I said something when they didn't kick the extra point the first time. I'm like, what are you doing?
Why didn't they kick the extra point the first time?
Because of analytic baloney. Analytics don't know about Kobe. Shut up. The analytics don't know about the flow of the game, how things are going. You gotta play. You gotta play football. It's not just all numbers all the time. You have to go with playing football. Just like we tell our kids at practices, you gotta play basketball. If the play's open, take it. If it's not part of the play, it's okay. You're playing basketball. You're not just gonna go out there and run the play if the play doesn't work. So you gotta play, and that's. Okay, I'm done with it, ranting.
Yeah, you could go on for another hour on this one.
Get my blood pressure going up.
I think for this Browns-Bears game, 20 below, everybody's going to be playing in the elements. It's going to be a brutal game. I think that this is a potential game that the Browns can steal away from the Bears here. This could be a trap game for the Bears because the Bears really should win this game. They should really win this game. And so I'm gonna pick the Browns on the road, and the Browns are gonna win a game that they're not supposed to win, and the Bears are gonna lose a game they're not supposed to lose.
I want to see the Bears coach shirtless out in the 20 below after the game,
Ben
celebrating,
Johnson.
giving the guns. I want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, Luke. That is something the Bears would do. That's some Bears fashion things.
That's what I'm saying, right?
A must-win game. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised, especially how cold it's gonna be. I mean,
yep. Browns defense will obviously keep them in the game for sure.
Caleb likes to scramble, and you got Myles Garrett on the other side. So
yeah, Myles is coming for Caleb.
I would be scared.
He wants to put him in his graveyard.
Yeah, he wants to add it to his collection.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised
because he's never sacked him before. So he always loves fresh meat.
He's probably itching to get sacked for sure. He needs to break that record.
Well, next game here is the Cardinals at the Texans at NRG Stadium in Houston. Houston is the favorite by 9.5 points. What do you think, Drew?
See, this one's Texans are on a heater, and I know they are looking at playoff contentions right now. They got Jacoby Brissett for the Cardinals rest of the season.
Yep.
I keep going with the favorites here, but I think I'm going to have to keep going. I think Texans are going to get this one at 1:00, and I don't think Arizona's going to come out with winning this one.
I agree with you, Drew. I've been against the Texans many times this year, and this week I'm not going against them. So I am taking the Texans. The defense has been just amazing. I mean, they put it to KC last week, Mahomes. I mean, they're just a very, very, very good defense. And, I know Trey Benson is not going to be playing, and they're not going to activate him. He is out for the season now for sure. Arizona, they love to throw that ball with Jacoby, but against this defense, he's going to struggle. So I'm going Texans for the win.
Yeah, I'm going Texans as well in this one. I think it's a pretty obvious one. And yeah, Texans have been rolling the season. Amazing defense. And then also you got Nico Collins there, 61 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 916 receiving yards. Definitely got some studs out there. So I'm picking Houston at home there. Next one is the Commanders at the Giants at MetLife Stadium. The Giants are the favorite by 2.5 points only in this one. What do you think, Drew?
Wow, I didn't know the Giants were the favorites. I was about to say, some things the Giants like to do is, I know they're usually have a pretty bad record, and towards the end of the season, they like to somehow win and then lose their draft pick when that time comes. That's something the Giants like to do. So I didn't know they were the favorite in this game because I was going to pick the Giants. I'm going to still keep my pick with the Giants and having them beat Washington and Marcus Mariota. Hopefully he's starting and they sit Jaden Daniels.
All right. I'm going to have to go with the Giants too. Jackson Dart, he's still, I like him. I heard that Tyrone Tracy's going to be good to go. They're looking a little healthier on offense. Obviously, Washington has Daniels out. Ertz is out for the season now. He tore his ACL last game. I mean, Washington's just banged up. So I think they'll be a close game, but I'm going to go Giants.
I'm going Giants as well in this one. Jackson Dart back from injury. He was back last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Daniels out. Jane Daniels out again for the Commanders here. And so, Giants at home. Giants favored by 2.5. I think they win and they cover spread here at home.
All right.
At 2.5. So we're all going with the Giants there. So next here is the Raiders at the Eagles. Eagles are heavy favorites at 11.5 points at Lincoln Financial Field. What do you think, Drew?
Eagles gotta win this one, right? I mean, they've been playing like crap the past couple of weeks, and the Raiders are the worst team in the NFL. So Philly really needs this. If they don't win this game, that's just terrible, and people need to put some question marks on that team. So I got Philly, and I got them covering any spread that they have on that game. I don't think it'll be close.
Well, I hope not. Geno Smith is not starting. We got Mr. Pickett coming in this week, so that's a little tidbit there. I still think the Eagles have to win. I mean, the problem is that the closest team is Dallas at 6-6-1, and they are, I think, 8-4. I think 8 or 8-5. I forget what the Eagles' record is.
Yeah.
So they're like a
8-5.
game or two ahead, but they really they can't just keep going back. They got to get some momentum going. Hurts looked terrible last game. My God, he was a turnover machine. He had like 4 picks, 2 fumbles. It was just terrible football. But I got to go Eagles. I mean, Raiders are terrible too, so I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles are 8-5, while the Raiders are 2-11.
Yeah, pretty bad.
That's all you got to say about this game. I mean, if the Eagles lose this, then yeah, I think I'm really losing faith in the Eagles, and there's definitely some questions over the past few weeks in their lack of dominance and games that they should have probably won. So, but I don't see that happening in this game against the Raiders by any means. All right, we're back. Phone was dying, but the NFL Week 15 picks must go on.
Continue.
They must go on.
Next game here is the Jets at the Jaguars. The Jaguars are the favorite by 12.5 points at Everbank Stadium. The Jaguars are on fire right now. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, I keep going with the favorites here. I mean, you got the Jets. A lot of these games are just kind of big gaps. You got Tyrod Taylor and the Jets. Like you said, Jacksonville has been on a heater.
This week.
Is he out this week?
Luke, isn't he out? Look that up real quick. I'm pretty sure that Tyrod might be hurt too now.
Tyrod's hurt?
Oh, I thought he did. Maybe he didn't. Or maybe they just pulled him because he stunk. I don't know.
Yeah, their whole football team stinks.
But
yeah, they're not good.
Yeah, they're not good. But like you said, I got to take Jacksonville on this one. I mean, they've been on a heater and they're looking to get into the playoffs. So I think they're something.
Tyrod Taylor questionable. Justin Fields questionable. Their third string, if he plays, is Brady Cook.
Oh God.
Brady Cook from Missouri.
Yeah, because as of today, neither one of them practiced at all. So they could be pulling me off the shelf here pretty soon, call me in, and I've never played quarterback. So anyways, unfortunately, this is another team that I've not picked enough, and they burn me all the time. I just keep on saying they're just not that good. They're just not that good. But they are that good, unfortunately, because I don't want them to be that good because the Browns have their pick. I think this whole thing has been a big problem for me. Jaguars will win this by at least 14, and if they have Cook playing, they'll probably win by 21. So I'm going to go Jags all day. And touchdown.
I like it.
Yeah, Fields and Tyrod not practicing, both questionable. Paul is questionable. Obviously, Garrett Wilson is out. Yeah, the Jets.
They traded half their defense.
They traded people. I mean, they just need to have the draft happen right now and just, take Mendoza and all the other players. They need everybody they can get because they just have a half of a roster essentially right here. So, with that being said, and the dominance of the Jaguars this season, hats off to them. 12.5, definitely doable. Definitely doable in this one. They probably should. They probably should. New line I see here is 13.5 actually. So it's gone up.
Probably going up by the minute.
Yeah.
By the time we're done, it'll be up to 20.
The next game here is the Ravens at the Bengals at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Ravens are the favorite by 2.5 points in this one. What do you think in this AFC North rivalry, Drew?
See, this one's tough because what was it, Thanksgiving they played, and Joe Burrow's first came back, and Bengals had a pretty good win there. And Lamar, I have him in fantasy, and he's just been a really big disappointment for me the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's in Cincinnati. I'm gonna go the opposite. I got Bengals sweeping the Ravens in the AFC North for that win. That's what I'm taking. Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Taking the Bengals.
I think T. Higgins is back too this week too. So
is he?
Yeah, I think he was hurt last week.
Yeah, he's questionable. He's in concussion protocol again. So I don't know.
Still?
Yeah, I don't know. He's very questionable to play. That's why you should look for a Gesicki touchdown this week, folks. Gesicki, mark it down. All right. Anyways, so they're going to play in the Queen City. I just think Burrow's out there. He just wants to play. He wants to have fun. He knows they're out of it. He gets it. He just wants to go out there and just start to feel good like a football guy again, So I think he's going to slice and dice them. Right now, the Ravens are down. They're talking about old Johnny Boy coming and playing for Michigan now that Michigan doesn't needs a coach. I just there's something wrong with the Ravens this year. It's not just Jackson; it's the whole team. So I'm going Cincinnati for the dub in the Queen City.
Oh, picking the underdog. I'm honestly a little surprised that the Ravens are 2.5 favorites here. Even though literally just 2 weeks ago on Thanksgiving they beat the Ravens pretty
Yeah,
convincingly too.
well, I know, but lots of times those end up being splits, you know. But
Yeah,
I just
true.
I gotta go with the Bengals on this one. I just don't know.
Yeah, true. Trey Hendrickson is out in this game for the Bengals. Higgins questionable with concussion protocol. He probably will be back though. Um, Stewart, defensive end on the Bengals, is out as well. So they are banged up. Maybe that's why they're favored here. Even with that being said, Burrow leading the Bengals at home. It's going to be cold, not as cold as in Chicago, but I think the Bengals leading this out. Statistically speaking, the Bengals are not eliminated from the playoffs quite yet. They obviously need to win out, and then I think the Ravens need to finish like 2-2 for the rest of their games, and the Steelers can only win like one game or something like that. So it's like extremely low, but still a insanely
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance.
You're saying there's a chance. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Joey B and the Bengals will pull that one out in Cincy. Next here is the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are the favorite in this one by 4.5 points at Arrowhead. What do you think about them being favored, Drew?
I mean, they have like a 16% chance to make playoffs at this point. Knowing the Chiefs, though, they always do some crazy stuff. I know they have not been looking good these past couple of weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs went on a little heater at the end of the year. I know that Chargers offensive line is just banged up. I think most of them are out. Justin Herbert's still been playing pretty good, though. I will give him that. But with the game being in Kansas City, and I know they don't want to have a terrible record, I think they're going to be fighting pretty hard. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win this one. That's my pick.
I'll tell you what, this game is a coin tosser as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The only thing is that worries me the most is Herbert was really, really coddling that hand of his last week, really making sure he didn't bump it, everything. And it did get bumped just a little bit. But one of these times, he's going to get hit hard. And I'm afraid that it's going to be over for him. So I got to take Kansas City, even though I don't want to. But I just think they're going to win it because of Herbert's health. It's just my guess.
So you both got Kansas City here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do the opposite and pick the Chargers here. So,
okay.
I had them written down before. I'm not just going against you. Just say it. I did have them written down before. I promise.
That's fine. I don't blame you. I like the Chargers too. I
do too. I think it's a toss up for sure.
Yeah, definitely a toss up. I mean, but I pulled the line yesterday. It was 4.5 for the Chiefs. Right now, it's now 5.5 for the Chiefs. So, working in the Chiefs direction, something happened to point in that direction. I don't know what, but yeah, interesting. I mean, the Chiefs just have not been the Chiefs. They are have little chance now to make the playoffs. The connection with Kelsey is just not there. He's dropping passes. There's disconnect all over the place. But I mean, still, Patrick Mahomes still has 3,398 yards somehow and 22 touchdowns, but he also has 10 interceptions. But I mean, Herbert has 11 interceptions, 22 touchdowns, and 2,981 passing yards. Different beast, different animal. But I'm gonna pick the Chargers right now. I think that I mean the Chiefs have everything to play for to potentially still make the playoffs here, but the Chargers I believe are the better team between the two. And the Chiefs have just not been consistent enough for me to put my faith in picking them this week here. So I'm picking the Chargers. Well, you'll go with the Chiefs here. So we'll see. Should be a good game
we'll
for
see.
sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Next one is the Bills at the Patriots. Probably the best game out of the whole week right here at Gillette Stadium.
There's two good games.
The Bills are the favorite by 1.5 points here. The closest spread of the entire week, unless it changed like I'm seeing here with all these different games. What do you think, Drew?
Well, that's crazy. I didn't know the Bills were the favorites. Because I'm going to pick the Bills for this game. I don't think New England's going to sweep a series against them, and I think a loss against the Bills will be good for the Patriots. I think they do need to cool down a little bit and kind of get a loss on their belt because they've just been on a hot streak. They're like 10 win game streak. So I think the Bills.
They're smoking.
Yeah, they're smoking, and I know the Bills they've been playing pretty good recently. So I had the Bills beating New England at home this week.
Drew, me and you're on the same page again here. I agree with everything you said. I just think the Bills got shellacked by them the first time. They did not look good at home against New England the first time. I don't know, was it a Sunday or Monday night game, whatever it was. They just didn't look good. And I just think the Bills, they got to start being a championship caliber team. And in order to do that, they got to beat the team that's leading the division right now. So I'm gonna go with the Bills over New England.
Oh, okay. Both going with the Bills here. I am going with the Patriots in this one.
Oh.
I had it written down as well before this.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I think we're going to start having you go first.
I might. I should. I'll go next week maybe.
No, this season.
At first, the Patriots just are coming off a bye from last week, so they are rested. They're at home here at this game. Drake May's wife is in the middle of Bakemas right now, and so
she's going crazy.
She's going crazy. Are you aware of this lore? Are you aware of this lore, Dad? No.
What are you talking about?
So, Drake May's wife is on like TikTok right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she like bakes on TikTok and shares recipes with people and stuff like that. And so right now she's doing Bakemas, where she's cooking a new recipe every single day and sharing it. And people are just like loving it, eating it up in New England because Drake May's killing it.
Oh yeah, her comment section are just flooded with Drake May lore.
I just wonder if the food. I wonder if the food's any good. I just like to know if the food's good.
It looks pretty good. What I've seen.
Yeah, we'll have to try the recipe.
We'll have to try a recipe out.
Yeah. So with that being said, the Patriots have been fed good with Bakemas, and so I'm picking Drake May and the Patriots to win.
Well, gosh, if I would have known this, I might have changed my pick. The whole Bakemas.
This is big. This is a big factor. Yeah,
I would have known.
The line might change depending on the Bakemas that day. Low key, what's she baking that day?
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Next one here is the Colts at the Seahawks. Really big spread here with the Seahawks up by 13.5 on the spread at home at Lumen Field.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy. What do you think about that spread, Drew?
Well, that spread's pretty big. I know we got the cursed Indianapolis Colts. Just the whole state of Indiana. I mean, you got Tyrese Halliburton hurt. You got Daniel Jones hurt. Caitlin Clark got hurt. I mean, the state's just cursed. I mean, and what sucks with them is
you got the Hoosiers in the championship, though.
Yeah, but their defensive lineman got hurt, too, but jumping up, giving high fives.
Yeah, so it's just a cursed state over there. And then going back to their midseason trade with Sauce Gardner, like ever since they did that, it just all went downhill. And look, they lost 2 first-round picks for that, and now the record's going down. So Jets look like they won that trade as of right now. I know we got
crazy, yeah.
We got big Phillip Rivers potentially starting for them. So let's see if he's in his bag. I saw a stat that his kid's high school team runs the same playbook as the Indianapolis Colts, and he coaches the team. So he has an understanding of how the playbook is already.
No way. That's funny.
So, I mean, it could, I don't know. The Seahawks do have the best defense in the league, and they are, again, going to the playoffs, and they're a really good team. So I am taking the Seahawks in this one.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're talking about a guy that hasn't played in 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, it's one thing to be throwing balls and kids at high school practice and stuff, but the NFL is a totally different ball game. I got to take the Seahawks with the 12th man at home on this one. That's just a huge spread, though. I don't know if my prediction of two touchies and 200 yards for Mr. Phillips, that could be a little closer than 12.5. But I'm going to take Seattle for sure.
Yeah, really interesting. Philip Rivers coming back in this one. It'll be interesting to see how he performs that many years away from football. But I mean, dude's was in the Hall of Fame ballot right there, and so he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. He knows ball, and obviously he's physically able enough to be out there, or he wouldn't be, right? He's obviously out there for a reason. So interesting to see. I don't know what's going to happen in this one. Obviously, that's probably why the line is so large, is because of the unknown in this game of who Philip Rivers is at 44 years old and a grandfather.
Yeah.
Is he gonna turn into the LeBron of the NFL and just come out there and just throw little dink dunks and get an assist here or there and hand off the ball to Taylor? I can see that, but I think Seattle's gonna. I mean, Seattle, they were not looking good first half last week, and after halftime, they turned it on like they just crushed them. So I like Seattle a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Seattle for the money line here, but I am taking the spread for that plus 13.5, plus 14 or so for the Colts. I think that's big, and there's unknowns with what can happen in this game. I think that they could potentially be in that spread right there. So I like plus 13.5 more than I like money line Seahawks, just because there's some more value there for the plus 13.5 for sure.
I agree with you, Luke. Yeah.
Next one here is the Packers at the Broncos. The Packers are the favorite by 2.5 points at Empower Field in Denver. What do you think about those Packers, Drew?
Well, let me go ahead and start off. I'm going against the favorite, and I'm going with the Denver Broncos here.
Wonder why.
Well, yeah, a little bit is personal reasons. I do want the Packers to lose. They need to lose because the Bears need to win that North.
Homer.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, Broncos are a good team, though. I mean, I know a lot of their wins have been pretty close, but they also have a really good defense, and I hope Green Bay is kind of getting a little cocky right now. So it's that win against Chicago, and they kind of cool down after that and take this loss against Denver. So that being said, I got Denver winning at home.
I tell you, like we were talking about the Bears, you talk about the Lions. This division is tough. You got three potential teams in the playoffs, possibly. I got to go Green Bay here. Denver's offense just is too inconsistent. One week they look great, next week they look terrible. One week they look good. Now Denver defense is steady Eddie. They've done well. Love's on the heater right now. Love has been throwing the ball like a madman. He's throwing 2-3 touchdowns a game, 250 yards plus. He looks really good. He's got his full arsenal of wide receivers back with Jaden Reed. Watson had a huge game last week. So I got to go Green Bay on this one.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a close one. I mean, I think this could be even closer maybe than the Bills and Patriots. I feel more confident about the Patriots beating the Bills than either one of these teams beating each other, honestly, to make a pick here. I haven't circled anything. So, Dad, do you have a coin next to you by chance?
Pull it out. Wait, I do.
You got one? All right. Well, let's do heads is the Packers and tails is the Broncos. Let's do that. Look coin toss for me.
You ready?
Yep.
Can you see it?
Nope. What is it?
Tails.
Tails? Okay.
Tails.
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 So it's the Broncos.
Denver. There you go.
Tails.
Tails never fails.
Okay. Next one here is the Lions at the Rams. Rams are the favorite by 5.5 points in this one.
This could be a smoking
at SoFi
game
Stadium.
Here. Oh, this game's going to be good, I think.
Yeah? What do you think, Drew?
Two juggernauts on offense.
Two juggernauts on offense, like Mark said. I know these teams, every time they play each other, it's always a good game. You got Stafford back, playing against Detroit, and then you got Goff playing against the Rams. Wow. I could see, I'm going to go with, it's tough because I know the Lions are trying to make a playoff push, and they have been on the heater recently, but their defense is just hurt, and they're hurt pretty bad. I could just see LA, though, taking this game. So I know just with those injuries and LA being a powerhouse this season, I don't think Detroit's got the edge on them. So I'm going to go with the Rams at home for this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, and I got to take the Rams on this one too. They're just, I've been talking about them all season now. Luke knows I've been talking about those Rams. Rams best team. They are the best team, and they're going to win this game. They're going to beat the lie downs, and they're going to start sending the lie downs. Get ready for their break because they're going to have a long winter. So I'm going Rams.
I like it.
I'm also going the Rams in this. I think they're the better team, and unfortunately, that maybe is a good way to describe the Lions right now. The lie downs. Another pretty disappointing season with high expectations, and they are not following through. Are they still in? Are they in the playoffs right now? Or
Yeah,
they are
still,
not. No, they're currently out.
They're currently out.
Yeah, they're currently out, but they have chances.
They're the next team in, though. They're right there. They're right there.
Yeah, they're definitely right there. Yeah, but
so,
I mean,
this game is huge for them. I mean,
yeah,
huge.
It is.
It's really big.
Yeah,
and they had a good game against the Cowboys. So I mean, they kind of are on a heater. Not a high scoring game. So
Luke, you have your internet up. Who's the Lions' last 4 games?
Here,
I know the Bears play them.
The Lions are 8-5. Yep, you're right, Drew. The last game of the season is Lions Bears, but so this week Lions Rams, then Steelers Lions, and then Lions Vikings.
Oh, okay.
And then Lions Bears. Yeah.
Yeah, they could easily go 2-2 out of that. Hopefully, I like to see the Lions in the playoffs, but I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game.
It's tough to pick against the Rams.
Yeah,
for sure. Next one here is the Panthers at the Saints. What a game here. 2.5 points.
What a game.
2.5 points towards the Panthers for the spread in this one. What do you think, Drew?
Well, I mean, you got the Saints beating the Eagles last week, so they're on a bit of a
Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay last week. My bad. They beat Tampa Bay last week, so they're on a bit of a high horse coming into this week. But I know Carolina, they've been a sneaky decent team this year. They've kind of starting to click on some cylinders. So you said Carolina's got the spread here for this game, projected to win?
Yeah, the Panthers have a 2.5 point spread in this one.
I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Carolina to win this game and go with that 2.5 in New Orleans.
You said you're going with Carolina?
Yep. Got Carolina.
I'm going against you. This is my upset special of the week, folks. I'm going with the Saints and Mr. Sloth, or whatever his name is. Slog.
Tyler Shaw.
Shaw, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
You had a good game last week. You impressed me against Tampa Bay. I'm seeing a little momentum for him. I'm gonna take him in an upset over Carolina. We'll see what happens. That's my upset special of the week.
Okay. I mean, Carolina coming also off of
bye,
but then the week before that coming off a big win against the Rams, and so both these teams are the last game they played. They were big upsets and they won. So it could be definitely a decent game, close spread for sure. Here. I'm going to pick the Panthers, though. I think I'm going to pick the Panthers. This is another coin toss game for me. I could see either of these teams winning. I think the Panthers have a bit of the edge, and yeah, they're the favorite in this one, 2.5. So I'm going to give the Panthers the edge, but I could see either of these teams winning here. So next one here is the Titans at the 49ers. 49ers are the favorite at home by 12.5 points.
Well, Tennessee just came off that win against the Cleveland Browns. What are they? I think they got 2 wins this season now.
Yeah.
That's what teams like to do. I know, like, crappy teams towards the end of the season like to just start winning for no reason and then just ruin their draft picks. But I'm going to go with the 49ers here. I know, again, they're trying to push the playoffs, and Tennessee, I don't think they're going to go into San Francisco and get that win. So I got 49ers at home.
Yeah, I'm taking San Francisco for sure. Kittle's starting to really become a factor again since Purdy's come back. I really like that. I think it's San Francisco all day, and he maybe throw it a little Kittle touchdown.
Yeah, the 49ers are coming off of a bye as well. Tennessee, they just beat the Browns, but who cares? That means nothing. They're 2-11, whereas San Francisco is 9-4. So no brainer for the 49ers at home in Cali. Definitely picking the 49ers there. Next one here, last game here on the Sunday night slot is the Vikings at the Cowboys. Cowboys are the favorite here by 5 points.
This is going to be my week's upset. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings in this one. I think
Interesting. Tell me
9,
why.
we all know who 9 is, J.J. McCarthy. I think he came off a pretty good week last week. He had 3 touchdowns.
He did.
I know that Dallas defense is getting a bit better throughout the season, but maybe, hey, 9 gets in that primetime game and he produces. Justin Jefferson might get his, 3rd touchdown of the season, hopefully. I think he's only got 2 right now.
Yeah,
So
he's
not
too
been
good this
producing
year. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got Minnesota going into Dallas in primetime and taking the win there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go Dallas. I just think the Dallas offense is. I mean, I don't know if CeeDee Lamb's gonna play or not. I know he has that concussion. Whether he comes off it or not, I'm not sure. If not, we got Floonery, whatever his name is. He had a big game last week for Dallas. I see Dallas with the win at home. I mean, if Dallas loses this game, they're done for the playoffs. So they got to win. So I'm taking Dallas.
I'm also taking Dallas in this one. 5 points here. I mean, the Vikings have not been consistent this season. Yeah, like you said, Drew, JJ has 2 touchdowns this season. Obviously, dealing with injuries and everything, but yeah, not that great. The Vikings are 5-8. Cowboys are 6-1, so not too far behind them here. But I think that the Cowboys are an exceedingly better team than the Minnesota Vikings here. They're at home. I think that this is their game on the primetime stage to win, in my opinion. And then our final game, Monday night game, is the Dolphins at the Steelers. Steelers are the favorite by 3 points at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. What do you think, Drew?
Well, I know the Dolphins have been on a heater recently. What are they, 6-7 now? They started 2-7.
Yeah, they're 6-7. They've been
a crazy run. Yeah,
it's hard to believe that they're that good, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy that they've been good. But I think that reign comes to an end Monday night going against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers loves primetime games, and I know they're fighting for a playoff contention. Pittsburgh is. Yeah. I think with that being said, I'm going to take the Steelers Monday Night Football against Dolphins.
Well, the Dolphins are playing for their playoffs. They're still in it at 6-7. They lose, their season's done. So Pittsburgh always seems to, down their leg every time they get a big game and stuff like that. They just they're not producing. But with that said, I gotta take the Steelers at home. I just think, Miami never really plays good in cold weather. It's gonna be cold Sunday night there. I just gotta go with the Steelers.
Monday night.
Monday night. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I agree with what both of you said here. Dolphins surprisingly on a tear, 4-game win streak. I don't know what's gotten into them here, and now all of a sudden they're fighting for a playoff spot here in the AFC that can completely happen for sure. I mean, it's crazy. The Dolphins have the same record as the Chiefs at 6-7.
It's crazy.
So it's nuts. Yeah, they could very well go to the playoffs, but I think that the Steelers will win this game. Favorites by 3 points. They're playing at home field advantage there. I do think the Steelers are still the better team compared to the Dolphins here, and so I'm going with Rodgers and the Steelers. All right, well that does it for our picks for Week 15 here, but we do have now our anytime touchdowns. Do you have an anytime touchdown you have in mind, Drew?
Actually, I got a couple, I've been thinking about this, and I got 2 quarterbacks anytime touchdowns. So my 2 quarterbacks I'm going to give you, I got Josh Dart.
Jackson
Dart, my bad. So I mixed my 2 quarterbacks up. I got Jackson Dart anytime touchdown against the Commanders, and I got Josh Allen anytime touchdown against the Patriots.
All right.
So those are my 2 quarterback ones.
You guys got mine. Mine was, who did I have? I had ETN. For a touchdown, Gesicki and Kittle. Never know.
Kittle there, okay.
Yeah, last week I don't think my anytime touchdowns did very good. How about yours, Luke?
Odunze and Irving. Bucky Irving.
Yeah, Odunze got hurt.
Yeah, which Odunze got hurt. And then Bucky Irving, did he get a touchdown?
Yeah, Bucky got a touchdown, yeah.
I think Bucky got one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had Gibbs, Chase, and Adams. Chase and Adams did not score a touchdown. Gibbs did. So,
well, for my anytime touchdown, I'm gonna go with Hunter Henry, tight end for the Patriots there. And then I'm also going to go with Trevor Lawrence with a rushing touchdown against the Jets.
Ooh.
There. Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you guys are feeling quarterbacky over there, aren't you?
And 2 quarterbacks this week.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, that does that for this week of the Robinson Replay.
For joining us, Drew.
Yep.
Thanks for
joining us, Drew. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll be back next week. Peace, everybody.
See you guys.